Hello and welcome to the Algebra 2 review number 2 for linear regressions and writing equations of lines. Hopefully you have that packet open in front of you. Problem number 1 should look kind of like this. And this one's pretty simple. We're just going to start by plotting this data and then seeing what, if any, correlation exists between the data. So I'm just going to look at these points, and I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to look at the x value, so I'm going to go over to 1.3 about here, and I'm going to go up to 60 and plot my point. So bear with me. Probably would help if I'd pick a marker. Sorry about that. Let's go with blue. So 1.3 and up to 60. Boy, this is not going to be very accurate, but you'll get an idea. 1.3 and 80, so the same spot over to the right, and then up to 80. That's better. 3.1 and 50. So follow along. Feel free to zip through this if you're really clear on this. If not, then here's how I'm doing it. 2.4 and 110. 4.1 and 30. And 7.7 and 60. All right, so there's my data points. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. And if we're looking for a trend here, how you would draw a line of best fit, I don't see one. If anything, there might be a slight agreement between these, but these points just don't fit it, and they're not so far off that they'd be outliers that we would throw away. So I'm going to say there's no correlation here. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with number 2. We just have those 6 points, and we're going to plot those real quick. 21 and 0.6, so x value goes over to 21 and up to 0.6, somewhere about there. Again, I gotta get better at picking the marker first. 21.6 goes there. A little higher. 32 and 0.5. 51.3. 71.3. 73 and 0.3. It's really right where the other one was. That's not quite off. That should be a little more to the left. And 96 and 0.1. So 96 is about there and right there. All right. So this time, I would say I do kind of see a trend, and it kind of looks like that. So I would call this a negative because we're going down from left as we go from left to right. So it's a negative. And I would say it's fairly strong because those are pretty tightly grouped. All right, we'll do numbers 3 and 4 together. 3, looking at these data points, again, this is one of those ones where there's no way to find a line of best fit. Just by looking at it, we can see that there isn't going to be one. So when we can't find a line of best fit, we say there's no correlation. Over here, looking at number 4, I would say there's kind of some sort of a trend that runs like that. So we'd say this is a positive. Looking at number, and then we'll skip ahead to number 5 in a minute. Number 5, we see this trend, something like that. And we're going to call that positive. And over here on the right, on number 6, it's not real strong, but there is a trend, something like that. So I'm going to say number 6 is negative. Okay, numbers 7 and 8 are asking us to find the slope of the line through these pairs of points, and then write the m value. We're not looking for the equation on these. First, I guess we should start by remembering that slope is found with m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is change in y over change in x, or rise over run. So now I'm going to go ahead and label these. It doesn't really matter how you label them, as long as they stay. This is x1, then this is y1, and that would make this x2 and y2. Then I'm just going to plug those values in. So I'm looking for y2, which is this negative 18, minus y1, which was negative 6. And don't forget that's negative 6 over x2, which is negative 10, minus x1, which is negative 15. Now, we have a minus minus, which ends up making those both plus. Same here, minus minus. So negative 18 plus 6, it's going to be negative 12. Negative 10 plus 15 is going to be positive 5. We can't reduce that any further, so we're going to say here m equals negative 12 over 5, and that will be our answer. Same process on number 8. Let's call those x1, y1, x2, y2, and then use this equation. So y2, negative 20 minus negative 3 over x2, negative 10 minus 19. Again, minus on minus is going to be, turns those into plus. So negative 20 plus 3 is going to be negative 17. And negative 10 minus 29 is going to be negative 29. We're almost finished, except we have a minus over a minus. So those are going to cancel each other out. We're just going to have 17 over 29. And that's it for page 1.